What's up, guys? Welcome to 31 Days of Horror. This is day 6. I am Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares. Billy Club was released in 2013, yes. And this is an independent horror film, slasher film specifically. This is directed by Rosas and Sommer. It is by Uncorked Distributions, which is always a mixed bag. You're either going to get something really great or really not so great. We'll talk about this one. So this is a baseball slasher, which is quite unique. The killer is one of the most unique killers that I've seen in a while in a slasher film. I will start off right off the bat saying that this is a pretty good one. I had a good time with this film. You can tell that everybody was passionate behind the production. I really liked the uniqueness, and I'm not even a baseball fan. I'm not the biggest sports fan in general, but baseball is definitely at the bottom of that list when it comes to my interests. We start with a few flashbacks kind of thing, and then we see the killer create his weapon per se, and he obviously wears a face protection for that the catchers use, and he designs this wicked ass baseball bat, which is very Lucille looking from Walking Dead for anybody who's a fan of that. And he also adds a knife at the end of it, which is really interesting, which he has a slider that slides the knife out of the front of the bat and then back in. I found that really, really cool. It's a really great introduction to the film. It starts off right with a murder at a bar. This guy's drinking at Christmas time-ish, and he goes to the back alley, and then he's murdered immediately. This takes place in Wisconsin, Two Rivers, Wisconsin, which is a real place. And I like when films take place in actual locations because, I don't know, I'm a geography guy, so when I hear of, a small town that a film is taking place in and actually shot in location there, I when I look it up and see where it is, I relate to the film a lot more. I relate it to my own hometown a lot more because I grew up in a small town and everything, and I love that cozy feel of where this film is taking place in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. It doesn't take place completely there, but it does take place completely in Wisconsin anyway. There's this bartender that's working her shift. Her name is Allison, and this guy comes in who's named Bobby, and when Bobby shows Allison his ID, she recognizes his name. She's like, "Bobby, we played baseball and went to school 15 years ago." So they catch up, and she's so excited to see him. And there's these regular, small town folks that also went to high school with the girl and also went to high school with Bobby, but Bobby hasn't been around in a while because he moved out of town, so he's revisiting kind of thing. He runs into these guys, and these guys are chirping him out and don't recognize him immediately, but then they do, and they catch up, and then they decide to do a reunion because 15 years prior there was this tragedy that happened on the team where one of the teammates, Billy, when he was a kid, kind of snapped and went on a murdering spree and killed, a couple people on the team and a coach, and it was just this really tragic situation with this kid losing his mind kind of thing. So it's very bittersweet for the friends because they're reuniting and having these baseball memories, but at the same time it resurfaces those tragic memories with Billy. They decide to take this road trip for a reunion for the coach because the coach had passed away. I don't know exactly where they go. They may have mentioned it, but I missed the town where they go to. But they take Allison, Bobby and Kyle and this guy named Danny take a road trip to this place. So, and then you have the slasher killer, Billy Hadkins is his name. Yeah. And he's slashing, he's taking revenge on the entire team. He has this photograph of the whole team, and he kills individuals one by one. You see like kind of flashback moments of murders. And I like how they do this monorail kind of shade whenever he's killing somebody, so you know it's you know when a kill is coming. Every time he kills, he burns this number baseball style, because I guess they like burn numbers on maybe gloves or something. I don't know. I don't understand the sport, but he has this metal thing with numbers that he switches the numbers, and he'll heat it up and stamp on the body the number, and then he'll burn the face off of the picture of the team, whoever he killed, and he's going picking them off one by one, and eventually he starts to go after Allison and Kyle and Danny and the rest. It's quite a low budget film, and it definitely has that low budget feel, but again, it has that passionate independent project feel too, and I love that. Like, I can really tell when a crew is having fun making a film. And as a horror fan, I just love independent cinema for that reason. I've mentioned this so many times on the channel. The kills are unique. There is some humor in this film, and this is considered a horror comedy. Personally, I was not a fan of the humor in this film. There is this one moment where this guy accidentally takes a bunch of chocolates that were laced with mushrooms, and then he has this massive trip, and he sees the baseball killer, and he's tripping the fuck out in the woods, and I'm just like, this is kind of silly. And then there's this other joke that they make involving one of the characters being in the closet, and when it happens, you kind of start tracing back on conversations that he was having, and you're like, okay, this does kind of make a little bit of sense, but it's also kind of really silly and random. Like, the humor I just found, because this film takes itself seriously too, which I like when slashers do take themselves seriously, because a lot of slashers like to rely on comedy, especially modern ones, I find. So when a slasher is able to just take itself seriously and straight, I really like that. And I'm not saying that like this film does that. This film just has moments sprinkled out of comedy. It's not I wouldn't call it a horror comedy, but it is listed online, I've seen, as a quote-unquote horror comedy. But for me, there were moments of comedy that they just didn't work for me personally. I preferred when this slasher went full straight, and the character development and everything with the baseball killer and the weapon that he used and everything. But there is some budget restraints that does hold the film back. I think this film is acted really, really well. Usually with low budget cinema, you get, subpar acting for many reasons, mostly the budget. But the killer looks fantastic. Cinematography's okay. I mean, during that mushroom scene, they did a lot of color correction, and you could tell that they were just going right back and forth with the tints between the purples and the greens and the purples and the greens, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. But it is what it is. There is, of course, a twist that you can expect in the third act that, of course, I will not be going into. But the girl who plays Allison is very, very good looking. She considers herself the tomboy, and she always makes jokes that when she was younger, she was a tomboy. She acts like a tomboy more herself when she's older, I find. And she's still gorgeous. Like, she's not like boyish. She's just very sporty, and you can tell that she is able to hang out with the guys and get along with the guys really, really well. But she is very beautiful and very flirty, especially when Bobby comes along and they start blooming their relationship and rekindling stuff. I think they had their first kiss, she mentions, but she definitely starts to develop those feelings for him. And it slowly starts to reveal itself too with the backstory, with the tragedy with the kids. That is not told right away, so you get piece by piece on what happened when they were kids, and it starts to fill in a lot of the blanks as the film goes on. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Like I said, it did have things that just didn't work for me personally, mostly with the comedy, but then it had things that worked really well, like the kills, the killer himself. Getting to the comedy, there is one moment of comedy that works for me really, really well, and it involves a pizza driver, a pizza delivery driver. For anybody who's seen the movie, I just thought of that and it slipped my mind. That piece of comedy worked perfectly because you get this crazy exchange of dialogue from the guy in the house, and then the pizza guy, you know, he basically tells the pizza guy to fuck off, and then he's like, hey, well, actually, I'll pay you half price, and some stuff happens. It's just a really, really funny exchange from those two. So there is that moment of comedy that did work for me really well. I can't say that I didn't like the comedy at all. Good thing I remember that scene. But yeah, this is a cool low-budget independent slasher that is a hidden gem for sure. Not perfect for me or anything like that, but anybody who likes this kind of low-budget cinema and likes slashers in general, this is one of the most unique you will see, and you don't have to like baseball either. Just go check out this film and have a good time with it, because it is a good time. It is a really good time. So yeah, 2.5 out of 5 works great for me. I'm glad I own it now. This is a win from Uncorked, and Drew Rosas and Nick Sommer. If I find anything else by them, hopefully we can connect or something like that. And yeah, definitely need to go to more conventions is something that I need to do. And I do like, actually, that this copy came with the cards in it, which is neat. But yeah. Day 6 for 31 Days of Horror, Billy Club from 2013. Go find it somewhere. I'm sure probably streaming somewhere, I wouldn't doubt. Or go support and find it on DVD and get yourself a physical copy, because physical media for the win, always. Until next review, hope you're enjoying your October. It's spooky season, and it's nice out there. So lots more reviews to come, and we are counting down to Halloween, baby. Sleep tight tonight.